Hi, I'm Ms. Dara from the School of Design and Media. This is a video about enrollment procedure. Particularly today, I'm going to be focusing on the early admission exercise. As you know, there are many possible ways for you to apply to a poly course. Some of them will look at your results, and some of them will look at your portfolio. I will focus on the early admission exercise because 50%, almost 50% of our intake comes through this exercise. And this exercise, basically, instead of looking at your results, we just look at your interest, your aptitude, your passion, and your aptitude. Attitude, aptitude, passion. What you like, how you do, and how you do it. So O-level students and ITE students can both apply through this exercise. So maybe your results are not very good because your portfolio is very good, as in you draw a lot around your math book in secondary school or something. Or maybe you are very good ITE students and you want to continue what you started. So let's see at what makes you eligible to apply through the early admission exercise. Here, you need to be Singaporean or PR or an international student that is going through government school in general, because you need to take all levels in 2023. Whenever you apply for early admission exercise, know that you're applying the same years you're taking O levels. If you're taking O levels in November, the same year in June, you can apply through the early admission exercise. So for ITE students, is kind of the same for NITEC and higher NITEC. Look at the dates here. These are graduating in 2023. So it means the next year will be 2023 or 2023 to 2024. So what do you need? You also need a portfolio, and then you need to write up, and then you need to sit for a test and an interview. So the other requirements that are very, very important is to meet the minimum entry requirements. For our O-level students, you cannot score more than 26 in your O-levels. Whereby for your NITEC qualification, your GPA needs to be 3.5 and above, and for your higher NITEC needs to be 2.0 and above. So all of these are net aggregate. Okay, it includes CCA bonus points. If all goes well, you'll receive a conditional offer. If you don't meet these requirements, your offers will be revoked. If you are admitted through early admission exercise, then for the O-level students, your F20 form will come to you empty. No codes, because you basically are already into a poly course. So you will actually have a sentence that says, you do not qualify to apply for JEE. Do not panic. You don't need JEE. You're already into EAE. Alright, let's talk about the conditional offer. So we already mentioned all of these. I put it like this horizontally because I want to go in detail when it comes to these items down here. You need a portfolio. What is a portfolio? A portfolio is a compilation of your best work. You will need to look at the portfolio requirements from each diploma. They are hosted both on the NYP website and on our Discord server. How do we want to see your portfolio? Preferably online, not a physical one. We have several workshops that are set up for you and will guide you through compiling the work, figuring out which one you should put in, how many you should put in, because you also don't want too many. And then we'll help you figure out which platform will be more suitable for you. Once your portfolio is ready, June comes, you go to the early admission exercise portal. So this EAE portal will be your best friend throughout the whole period. So keep an eye on it, because sometimes communication don't come to you directly and you want to figure out where you are. You go to the portal and you look at your status, at the status of your application, and then you will know. So when June comes and you have to apply, usually the ITE students will apply the week before the O-level students. So the dates are not the same. That's why you want to check the EAE portal. They will ask you to put up 3 choices. Of course, you can put 1 or 2. But if I may give you a suggestion to up your chances of getting into a course, put 3. Having said so, every diploma will ask you for a 600 character write-up, including spaces, yes. So it means it's a very short, maybe it's a 3-line kind of paragraph, very, very short one. Now this one needs to be diploma specific. It means that you cannot write the same thing for all the diploma and copy and paste. We do read all the write-ups and we'll know if you copy and paste. Then basically you don't make us feel special. So my diploma is the same as that diploma. Now if you think that two courses in different poly do similar things, please go and do your homework because they don't. There are difference between the courses and you need to say that. Alright, you need to say that in your write-up. Now, the second write-up, this one, is what I call the flex write-up. This is where you flex, You go, this is me, look at all the stuff that I can do. So normally you want to talk about awards if you have any, competition if you participate in any, workshops if you participate in any, but maybe you have a diploma in piano or violin. So it's not related to the course, you see. It's about you. Maybe you're good at sports. Maybe you designed a t-shirt for your football team. Anything goes, all right? This is really about, hello, I'm special, please like me. Okay? Very simple. Now, after this application is posted on the EAE portal, you wait. You wait and there is a first selection. Then you will receive a notification that will tell you if you made it through to the test. So if you receive notification that your application went through, please pick a date and time for your test. And usually they will send you a link to a form or a sign-up genius or form. Sign-up genius. Then what you do is you go and choose and type a place. You choose. Alright. Test can be face-to-face. This year we had it face-to-face. We think we might be doing this again. And it's usually 45 minutes. Every diploma has a different paper. Yes, it's on paper. You bring your stationery. You bring a timer to time yourself because the exercises are timed. No phones, no calculators allowed. Alright, very important. So you bring your pencil, your stationery, your pen. You bring yourself, your IC, because you will need that. You sit down, you look at the paper. Deep breath, take it. All the papers are different. But I cannot tell you what's on the paper. I can only tell you that it will be something that is related to the course and it's related to what the course would like to see in you. For instance, I will go and look at the portfolio requirement I previously mentioned and see what are the categories of work they want to see in their portfolio. If you see observational drawing as the first category, maybe you need to practice that because it's going to be a big deal on the paper. If you manage to pass the interview, because there is no guarantee that you will go to interview directly just because you took a test. You need to do well in the test. You will receive a second notification and they will ask you, please send us a link to your portfolio. So you send the link and then it will tell you, please choose a time and place for your interview. Now the interview might be via Zoom or it might be in person, and usually it's one student with 2 lecturers. And you bring your pretty self, you bring your prettiest smile, relax, sit down, talk about your work. The lecturer might ask you a question about yourself or about the industry in general. Are you really that familiar with the industry you want to get into? You must make sure to know. Alrighty. So, 3 choices. 6 character write-up specific to diploma. 1,000 character write-up specific to you. Flex. See the word flex? You flex. First shortlisting. Portfolio. Aptitude test. 45 minutes in hell. Second shortlisting. Interview with portfolio review. Clear? All clear? It's all listed. So this is the timeline. All your application will happen here. Will take them a few weeks, maybe 2 weeks to do the first shortlisting. And then they will ask you for a portfolio and then they will ask you to put in the test. So sometimes they ask you for the portfolio here before the test so they can see the portfolio and the test at the same time and make up their mind whether or not they want to see you, for the interview. So there's a second shortlisting and then the interview comes. After that, after the interview comes, there is this very long period of not knowing. It's a dark time, but you will survive it. And then eventually, the first week of September, you go to the EAE portal and check the status of the application. Communication or conditional offer and acceptance period. It means that if the offer comes your way, you must click on, yes, I accept. Alright, I hope you do accept. Don't get cold feet. Now, this is very, very important. If you do not receive communication, you have to go to the EAE portal and check the status of your application. Along the way, there will be a lot of no communication. Bit savage. But if you hear nothing from us, then you didn't make it. If you hear nothing from us, then you didn't make it. And if you hear nothing from us, go to the EAE portal. The EAE portal will have the guts to tell you that you didn't make it. So why is it called conditional offer though? I did mention before that you cannot exceed 26 points for your levels, and this is the GPA for NITEC and higher NITEC. You can only receive one offer. May not be your first choice. It may be your second choice. If you reject that offer, you will not receive a second one. It's not like, oh gee, I wanted to go architecture, but experiential product interior design offer me instead. So if I say no to experiential or if I say no to experiential product interior design, I will get my third choice, which is communication motion design. No, it doesn't work like that. You only receive one offer. You can either accept or reject, and if you reject, you have to apply through JAE. If your minimum entry requirements, these guys here, are not met, which means if you do not do well in O levels or your GPA drops dramatically, your offer can also be revoked. Now, in the case you are O-level students and you don't meet the minimum entry requirement, when you receive your F20 forms in January, you will see other codes. You may see other poly courses that have different requirements from the diploma of your choice, or you will see ITE codes. If you are admitted to EAE, once again, you will see a blank F20. It will say you're not eligible to apply to JAE. Very simple. You don't need to. You're already in. Now, minimum entry requirements for O-level students. Let's talk about them a little bit because, 26 points is pretty reasonable. They are different for our diplomas. So I'm going to talk about these four first. And you will see these are your EL, R1, and R2, B2. Those Star Wars thingy. No. Jokes aside, if you want to know what are your best subjects, please look at the JAE booklets because sometimes they change things. But let me show you. See? Not too bad, right? Now, it's a different story when it comes to game development technology and architecture. Why? These two diplomas, they do math, right? These are programmers, these are architects, they need to know how to build houses without killing people. So there, ta-da! C6 for mathematics. Again, for your relevant subject, please check the JAE booklet because you cannot use your O-level arts for these diplomas. Again, if you need help or if I have not answered all of your questions in this video, please keep in touch. Join our Discord server. We have an Ask Outreach channel that is very, very active and we try to keep updated and we pin a lot of the relevant posts. And we also have a portfolio review channel which goes particularly crazy in May and June when it comes to I need review for my portfolio. We will help you, don't worry. This channel will be open again for the SDAE students pretty soon. So don't worry, I will put the link to Discord in the description below. Do join us and we will take care of you. Bye bye.